I think though that it's common when you speak to people that like you say, that some people are really great in, with their fitness, but then they're not so good with, I don't know, their money, say, or all of these different things. So why do you think it is that there's no relationship between the two? I would have thought that you could, is it just it's hard to be good at everything, or is that possible?
No, I tell you exactly why it is. It's because we develop the muscle of courage in those different areas. So if, for example, you have always been courageous with decisions around your career, you will forevermore find it easy to make courageous decisions with your career. If you have got into the habit of avoiding courageous decisions in a particular area, you have avoided it and you have not built that muscle. You will therefore feel like you can't do it, because the longer that you don't use a muscle for, the more deconditioned and useless it becomes. But it is the same strategy to build up that muscle. And that's why we do these courage sprints, because it is a muscular thing almost. We have to actually break down and push past and work on the thing that's stopping us move with action in that particular area of our life. And if we don't, we don't.
Yeah, and it's I think it's Mark Manson. It's like a lot of people think that they need to have motivation to drive action, but oftentimes action drives the motivation that you're doing the things. And something that we talk a lot about is that whether it's money, or we talk about it for money, but whether it's money or anything else, that it's like take the first step and then leverage that momentum to take the next step and then the next step, and it sort of snowballs. It's easy to course correct once you get started. And I thought that was just like a money type thing, but it sounds like what you're saying is that it doesn't matter what it is. It's the same principle, that you just have to do it, and there's no way to do it without doing it, which sort of sounds a little bit silly to say, but
and one of the things that I often say is in keynotes and things is, you cannot wait for courage ever. It just, you can't think your way out of this. You can't do something in a room on your own and plan it. You have to do it, and you have to move forward. That's what it is. That's the role. You cannot be courageous without fear. Yes, there is going to be fear there, and you do it anyway. You move forward.
Yes. Yeah, I think that a lot of those areas that you've mentioned, they're all things though, and the other part that makes it a little bit easier to avoid and give into the fear is that they're all things that are really important, but they're often not urgent. So it's easy to not make that phone call to mum, or do that gym session today, or eat healthy today, or do that budget today, or whatever it is. They're things that you can put off, but then it's like that compounding impact. And like you say, that it's you selling yourself short in whatever area that is. So
and you're allowing the comfort of not working against the discomfort, and the discomfort is the only way to grow ever.
Yeah, so true. Well, look, so many applications there. My head's spinning a little bit, but definitely some great tips. Certainly a couple that I've